he has said you can absolutely hate the idea of homelessness, but the important thing is to love those that are unhoused. I'm delighted to be joined today by Brett Feldman. He's the director and co-founder of USC Street Medicine. My very first question is, what prompted your decision to take your medical expertise to those that are unhoused?
There was one patient, there's always that sentinel patient, who was very dear to us, and he had an intellectual disability. He ended up getting asked to leave the shelter where he was staying, and so I went looking for him and found him under a bridge not far from where the shelter was. That's how it started, but what kept me out there was one of his friends ended up having severe abdominal pain, which turned out to need surgery. He walked 6 hours to the hospital to see me because he knew I worked there. This was pre-Obamacare, and I had to go and tell him that even though I would see him under the bridge and that he walked so far, I would not be the one to care for him. And I remember the look in his eyes of sadness and betrayal. I was so ashamed of myself and so ashamed of my profession. I just wanted to rip off my pressed white coat and never put it on again. The values and philosophy of street medicine are, being able to share in some of their suffering with them, be in solidarity with them, being willing to not just give out of what's extra. Outside of Skid Row in LA, many people are only getting 2 to 3 meals a week. And so how do you begin to think about things like your healthcare or getting a job or doing anything if you're starving?
What are you able to do and how are you able to do it? Because even the points that you just made about the trial and tribulations that they're facing on a daily basis, how can they be moved into a different scenario in which that suffering is somehow abated?
Right now, USC Street Medicine, we have, I guess, about 50 employees. We have 5 full-time teams that cover the city. There's also other street medicine programs in the city, and it's growing. And we have our partners to share the work with. That said, we're still only meeting a small percentage of the people. So I don't go out every day thinking, how do I care for 50,000? I go out thinking, how do I care for one? And then the next one, and then the next one.
If people want to get more information,
they can visit our website for USC Street Medicine.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you for everything you do, and thank you for being such a compassionate person.
Thank you.